welcome. Here is my walking through the wilderness vlog, and this is what it's like being a filmmaker in today's modern age of trying to weave through everything to get to your destination. Not trying to think too much, just pushing through. Because this week I was a viral sensation on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, so as you probably know from seeing my YouTube shorts or from seeing some of my vlogs, I am a filmmaker here in Sicily, trying to make stuff happen, shooting a feature film before I'm 30. And yeah, this last week I was having a bit of a low point, really, to be honest. I was thinking to myself, how the hell am I going to do this? And I was having trouble with my work, feeling disillusioned with that. I do online sales, I was feeling disillusioned with that. And I needed to get out of the house, and we didn't have the car because, understandably, my wife's parents needed their car, so they took their car, understandably. And I was just going to be at home, just doing stuff, writing for the film, planning, but I just needed to get out. And I had this idea for a while about this Tavola Calda personality theory. I joked around with some friends when we were in Gran Canaria for a seminar over the summer. I was joking around with the Sicilians there, we were all there together, and coming up with this theory and saying like, hey, what's your favorite Tavola Calda? That means you are this, and that means you are that. And of course, she wants credit. My friend Alessia was the one who encouraged me to put this into some sort of content. And so of course, 3-4 months later, I finally did it. And I walked all the way down to Ognina, which is like 3.5 kilometers downhill, carrying my tripod, sweating so much because it was suddenly a nice day, sweating so much, going into Quaranta, buying 5 Tavola Calda for 14 euros, walking back, trying to find a spot to shoot it, sweating, shooting it, thinking that's a load of crap what I just shot. That is a load of crap, no one's going to watch this. But if I get maybe 3,000 views on my Instagram compared to the normal 1,500, 2,000, I'll be happy. And we just keep going, keeps the momentum. And then I walked all the way back up the hill. You know, it's like another 3 or 4 kilometers uphill, sweating. And I had my tripod on my shoulder, had my camera bag, and I just thought, how many flipping times have I done this throughout my, 6 or 7 year film career when I'm schlepping around a city, just trying to film something or taking something to a shoot. And I found myself schlepping film equipment so often, whether it's, packed into my car instead of a van, and like having to, my first short film, it was me and my friend Martino, we like had stuff up to like our heads of film equipment, trying to get the short film done. And it's like been, when I had the car in London, it was like that. And then when I was in Macedonia, schlepping stuff around I remember riding a bike to try and get a sunrise, riding my bike with holding my tripod and doing this, sweating, and then also walking around with a tripod and then doing the same here. And I just thought, what am I doing this for? Really, like, what am I doing this for? I had real doubts, like, this is all a load of crap, like, I'm never gonna make it. And so I was walking up the hill, and then I just thought to myself, you know what? No one could ever doubt that I've really tried to make stuff happen. And so then I put something on, I edited the video, put it online. On TikTok, it got like a couple of thousand views immediately, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then on Instagram, it had nothing, and obviously Instagram is where I have more of a following. And I just thought, I put a post on my close friends story, like, what am I doing? I'm a filmmaker. I want to make actual films. I want to make art, and here I am schlepping around and putting something online which is film adjacent but food content. And then I go to bed and I wake up on TikTok, it's got 15,000 views. I'm like, oh wow. And then it gets to 30,000 views on TikTok. I'm like, wow, this is really, really cool. And then throughout the day, suddenly it started picking up on Instagram. I was like, whoa, okay, this is happening. Fast forward to today, the video's got 120,000 views on Instagram. And I've got like 700 new followers on Instagram. So I'm like, well, hey, here we go, we did it. We've actually got some stuff going. And I mentioned that I'm a filmmaker. Lots of people have spoken to me now, like, you're making a film here in Sicily, how do we help you? And I'm like, whoa. And I've been keeping to a content schedule 3 or 4 times a week for the last 4 weeks, and this is the fruit of my labor. And this is modern filmmaking. And I could sit around and question it all I want, like, You know, did Quentin Tarantino do this? Did Martin Scorsese do this? Did Richard Linklater do this? Did, you know, Steven Spielberg do this? Did, Pelin Esmer, my favorite Turkish filmmaker? Did Greta Gerwig? Did all of these different famous filmmakers do anything like this? But no, because they're in a different time. And my number one goal is to be a great filmmaker, a really great filmmaker here in Sicily, doing something for Sicilians, by Sicilians, collaborating together, doing something that's also international because of my English background, and finding that interesting balance between looking through an English lens in Sicily and then also a Sicilian lens looking back at the English thoughts, like it's really, really unique, this position I'm in, and I really feel like I can do something good here. And I'm a filmmaker first and foremost, but if I have to do this kind of content thing as well just to get my name out there, then I guess so be it. This is the biggest confirmation that I'm semi on the right path. And my wife said something really important to me when I started this thing. She was like, if you want to attract confirmation, it's important obviously to have a goal. My goal, make a feature film, establish myself here in Sicily as a filmmaker. But it's important to couple that goal, that personal goal, with a noble goal. So I was thinking, so what is my noble goal here that's going to influence my personal goal and give the blessings to the universe, I believe in God, or if someone, it might be the blessings of the universe, but how do we attract the right energy? And it's when you have a personal goal and coupled with a noble goal. My personal goal is the filmmaking and being a successful film director and writer here in Sicily through this unique lens I was talking about of being English and but being here in Sicily and having this international view, but wanting to tell unique stories and doing all this thing for me and having success for myself and my family. But then also, if I also see this, the secondary goal is to help raise up the next generation of Sicilian filmmakers so that they can tell their story, so that they can be empowered to be filmmakers, to be artists, and not have to feel judgment, or to see that the arts are a powerful tool for society and community building. So if that's my noble goal, coupled with my personal goal, then you can't really go wrong, right? And so that's why I would encourage anyone who's watching this, if you have a personal goal and you're trying to attract confirmations, you're making all this effort, consider applying a noble goal to your personal goal. And you'll see what happens. And okay, I've had a little moment of virality going viral. But now it's an ultimate confirmation that, okay, I'm semi on the right path, like I said, but I gotta keep going. So that's my little vlog for today. I'm gonna go have lunch now at my in-laws with my wife. And yeah, really, God bless all of you for following me. Whether you believe in God or not, God bless. I mean that, and just like wish you well, wish you happiness, wish you health and prosperity, both in England, Sicily, Macedonia, Europe, all over the world. God bless. Thank you. My camera didn't get stolen either, that's pretty good. Sorry, Aaron. I had a friend called Aaron who came to visit from Canada. Poor guy had his stuff stolen. 5,000 Canadian dollars worth of equipment. Soz, bro.